The Guinness Book of World Records is a reference book published annually listing world records, both of human achievements and the extremes of the natural world. The brainchild of Sir Hugh Beaver, the book was co-founded by twin brothers Norris and Ross McWhirter in Fleet Street, London, in August 1955. Hello, fact friends. Welcome back to Whispered Facts ASMR, and welcome if this is your very first time here. In this video, we're going to take a look at 25 world records that you may not have heard of before. And for me, when I was a child, I used to love getting a Guinness World Records book every Christmas. It was one of the things that I always looked forward to, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have good memories of the book as well, from childhood. So, with all that being said, let's dive right in with world record fact number 1. After needing 13 litres of blood for a surgery at the age of 13, a man named James Harrison pledged to donate blood once he turned 18. It was discovered that his blood contained a rare antigen which cured Rous disease. And I'm not exactly 100% positive of the pronunciation, but it is spelled Rhesus. It may be Rhesus disease. He has donated blood a record 1,000 times and has saved 2 million lives. And I think that's an amazing fact and record to begin this video with. World record number 2. The record for most passengers on an airplane was set in 1991 when 1,086 Ethiopian Jews were evacuated on a Boeing 747 to Jerusalem. The plane landed with 1,088 passengers, as 2 babies were born during the flight. Wow, that is a truly amazing world record. World record number 3. A 125-pound woman won the wing bowl eating contest by eating a record 363 chicken wings. The next day, she won the Blue Ribbon Bacon Festival by eating 5 pounds of bacon in 3 minutes. After winning the IHOP Pancake Bowl by eating 59 pancakes. And I think some facts than others, and this is certainly one of those. But she was only 125 pounds, so she was quite a slender woman. World record number 4. The 2 oldest cats on record lived to 38 and 34 years old. Both were owned by the same owner and lived off a diet of bacon, eggs, broccoli, and coffee. And this is one that I have heard of before. I believe the oldest cat to ever live was called Cream Puff. 38 years old and 34 are astonishing ages for a cat to reach. I've had a number of cats in my life who have lived to what I would describe as old age by average standards. I had one that lived to 18 and another until she was 17. And my most recent cat died a couple of years ago and she was 16. World record number 5, and this one contains the hardest tongue twister in the world, and I will give it my best shot. The 6th sick shicks 6th sheep's sick is listed by the Guinness Book of Records as the hardest tongue twister in the world. And I don't think my attempt was too bad, although I did do it rather slowly, so I think to attempt it at speed would be a whole lot more difficult. World record number 6. Jonathan Lee Riches got the Guinness World Record for having filed the highest number of lawsuits in the world. When he heard of this, he sued the Guinness Book of World Records. And he doesn't sound like a particularly happy guy, does he? World record number 7. Cliff Young, at the age of 61, ran an ultra marathon and broke the record by 2 days. He had no formal training, ran with no sleep, and beat sponsored young athletes. And it is an amazing fact that a man of 61 without any formal training could beat trained young athletes. But well done to Cliff Young for this particular record. World record number 8. The world record for non-stop push-ups is 10,507 by Minoru Yoshida, which was set 33 years ago. is a remarkable amount of push-ups. There was a time when I was really interested in doing push-ups, and I did them for around 3 months, I believe, and I could definitely see and feel the effects of them. They're very simple exercise to do, but very effective. World record number 9. Stephen Fry claims the UK record for saying, and I won't say this word, but it is a 4-letter swear word starting with the letter F on television, most times in one live broadcast. And I'm not sure exactly what this broadcast was, but it sounds as if it's an unconfirmed world record, as it is simply claimed by Stephen Fry. World record number 10. In 1972, a bomb went off in a commercial airliner, blowing it into several pieces, which fell for 3 minutes before crashing on a frozen mountain top. One woman named Vesna Vujovic survived and now holds the Guinness World Record for the highest fall survived without a parachute at 33,330 feet. Wow, that is amazing. And I'm extremely curious to know exactly how she survived. World record number 11. John Cena holds the record for wishes granted with the Make-A-Wish Foundation by any celebrity at over 400. And I don't know too much about John Cena other than he is a wrestler, and I think he does a bit of acting as well. World record number 12. A man spent 121 days in a room with 40 venomous snakes in an attempt to break the Guinness World Record of 107 days, only to be told that they no longer maintain that record after achieving it. Oh my goodness. This record throws up so many questions for me. For instance, if the previous record was 107 days, then why did he spend 121 days? And many more questions as well. But can you imagine your frustration at completing this particular task only to find out that they no longer record that particular record? World record number 13. Ex-Prime Minister of Australia, Bob Hawke, once held the world speed record for beer drinking. In his memoirs, he suggested that this single feat may have contributed to his political success more than any other by endearing him to a voting population with a strong beer culture. And it's quite amusing to think that a percentage of his votes came from people for this reason, and this reason alone, that they were devoted beer drinkers, and they voted for him because of this world speed record for beer drinking. World record number 14. Spearfish, South Dakota, holds the world record for fastest, most drastic temperature change of 49 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 minutes. Wow. World record number 15. Teddy Roosevelt once held the world record for most hands shaken in one day, with 8,510 at a White House reception. World record number 16. The record holder for most survived lightning strikes at 7, Roy Sullivan, was struck while operating a truck inside a ranger station on 2 separate occasions after running and driving away from the storm. And immediately after the 7th strike, he had to fight off a trout-stealing bear with a tree branch. Oh my goodness. Some of these facts and records, they do require further explanation, I think. And that is certainly one of them that I would love to learn more about. World record number 17. And world record number 17 is one that I don't want to read out. It's not suitable for people of all ages, so I'm going to skip this particular one, but if you want to read it, you can check out the link down in the description. And we'll move on to world record number 18. In 1986, the United Way released 1.5 million balloons in Cleveland as a world record attempt. The release caused 2 deaths, millions in damages, and untold environmental damage. Yeah, this is something I'm not a fan of, the release of balloons into the sky. I think they only produce a few seconds of visual enjoyment, but they cause far, far too much damage to the environment. World record number 19. The French military actually has the best military record in Europe, having won 132 of the 185 battles they fought in the last 800 years. Vive la France, I guess you could say. Well done to the French military for this particular record. World record number 20. Crayola's senior crayon maker, Emerson Moser, who molded a record-breaking 1.4 billion crayons in his 37-year career, announced upon his retirement that he was actually colorblind. World record number 21. In 2005, Snapple tried to break the world record for largest popsicle, but instead it melted and covered Union Square in pink goo. Well, God loves a trier, as the saying goes. World record number 22. Christopher Lee, known for his work with Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, has the Guinness World Record for most film acting roles, and he has also released 2 metal albums. Well, I wasn't actually aware that Christopher Lee is known for Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I don't recall him being in Star Wars, although I haven't seen those movies before really. I've only ever seen clips, but I'm more familiar with him in other roles. But he really was a very famous actor, and one that I very much enjoyed watching. And to me, his most famous role was that of Dracula. World record number 23. The show, Australia's naughtiest home video, has the record for the quickest cancellation at 23 minutes. The owner of the network was quoted as saying, "Get this, beep off the air." World record number 24. The record for most miles driven by a single car is held by a man named Irv Gordon, whose 1966 Volvo has reached 3 million miles. He has owned the car since new and still drives it in his 70s. for this video, world record number 25. In 2011, Belgium beat Iraq to get the world record for having no government for the longest time at 589 days. And that is just about it for this video, but I really enjoyed some of these world record facts, and maybe one day I'll do a follow-up video, as there are so many more interesting and shocking and downright bizarre world records in existence to learn about. So let me know if you'd like to see a part 2 of this series in the future, and you can do that by hitting the like button and dropping a comment down below. Also consider subscribing if you're new around here and want to see more content like this. But a huge thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again next time.